Shape number 5 of the 6 basic shapes is an S-curve. And as I started to teach the 6 basic shapes years ago, I was very surprised to see that S-curves were the shape that people had the most trouble with. So I really kind of watched my students and thought about why this could be happening, and it finally hit me. You know, an S-curve is really just 2 C-curves, right? So you've got a C-curve coming here, and then you've got a C-curve going the other direction here. And I realized that what was happening is that everything's going fine, your hands are all coordinated and you're doing that, and then you get to right here in the middle and everything has to switch over and go backwards in the other direction. It's kind of like, remember I did the analogy of patting your head and rubbing your tummy? And then if I quickly say switch, then you've got to suddenly switch and rub your head and pat your tummy. And even after giving that example a million times, I still have to stop and think about that switch. It's not easy. And that's what's happening when we do an S-curve. We come around, everything's working fine, and then we have to switch to the other side. And not only does that involve switching everything in the other direction, but it also involves switching to, one side of our body taking the lead, and then the other side of our body taking the lead. One side's stronger, it's dominant. One side's not so strong, it's less dominant. So don't be discouraged if you find that this S-curve is not quite as easy as you thought it might be. We're going to do an exercise called with hula that will get you past this thing, and I've got 3 superpowers for you to really help your brain absorb this and get it into your body quickly. So here we go. The first thing I want you to do, because this is going to lead us into feathers, by the way, the first thing I want you to do is remember that your body has a spine, and just like your body has a spine, when we do feathers, the feathers are going to have a spine too. So whatever happens in the next couple of minutes, if we do it on this side, it comes back to the spine, but it does not cross over. You can see my necklace kind of there marks where the spine is. So I'm going to come here, go out, and then I'm going to come right back to the center where my necklace is. And on the left-hand side, I'm going to go out, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to come right back to the center where my necklace is. So that's really important when we go into feathers. So let's just get that settled into our bodies right now. So for S-curves, we're going to do the hula. Now I know this sounds kind of funny, but don't worry, it's really going to get this S-curve settled into your body. So we're going to go this direction first, whichever way that is that you're looking at this on the screen. We're just going to go that way. And we're going to start with our hands in quilting yoga position, and we're just going to make a wave, and it's going to go over, under. And then coming back in, we're going to go under, over. And the key here is when you come under, give yourself plenty, start your over curve way out there so that you have nice, gentle curve that comes down back into the spine. We don't want to come over, we don't want to come under and then quickly, whoops, have to do an over like that. It wants to be a gentle wave out and a gentle wave back in. All right? So let's do that. Over, under, over. And did you notice we're still using that gentle back and forth motion that we learned at the very first quilting yoga exercise with straight lines? It's going to carry through all of these shapes. So here we go. Over, under, over. Now I told you I had 3 superpowers to add to this, and here's what they are. As you say this, as you do this shape, I want you to say it out loud, because what happens is when you say it, your brain has to think it, that's superpower number 1, your mouth has to say it, that's superpower number 2, and your ears hear it, that's superpower number 3. You add that to the motion here, and that's 4 superpowers to learn this. We're actually going to use 4 different parts of your brain to really get your body coordinated to make this happen. All right, so here we go. We're going to go 4 times to this direction, and then we're going to go 4 times to that direction. And as we go, we're going to say over, under, over. Here we go. And over, under, over. Over, under, over. Over, under, over. Over, under, over. Now going over to the other side, here we go. Over, under, over. Over, under, over. over, under, under, over. Great. Now go to your S-curves tracing sheet, and you're going to see an S curved feather or open feather on there. That's the pattern that you're going to do with your tracing tool to practice this shape in every direction. And it's going to take you right into doing feathers. So go pull out your tracing sheet and continue on with practicing S-curves.